Today we're going to be looking at the best, most affordable sport touring helmet, the HJC RPHA 71. Let's get straight into it. The HJC RPHA 71 comes in a retail price of $399.99 RRP for a plain, all the way up to a carbon, which is $499.99 RRP. The one in front of you today is the HJC RPHA 71 Zeka graphic in this fluoro yellow blue sort of graphic in a matte finish. Now this retails at $349.99 RRP, so this is a bit more of a £50 difference from the plain graphic if you so choose to get this lovely one in front of you today. The size range ranges from an XS to a 2XL and has a 3 shell split, let's say, across that size range, so it will accommodate a variety of head sizes. If we look at the construction, this is going to be the PIM Evo. This is a carbon aramid sort of hybrid material, as well as fiberglass within the shell, to make this a really reinforced material, as well as impact resistant as well. The EPS on the inside is multi-density, so that's always nice to have. So it's going to be either harder or softer in key impact zones, depending on where they believe it matters the most. Moving on to the weight of the helmet, as that seems to be a consideration nowadays with ECE 2206. This does come in at 1600 grams and the average is around 1.5 kilograms. Now, that to me doesn't really matter as much as the aerodynamics of the helmet. So this is very angular in its shape, but it also performs very well, whether that be on the straights or doing a quick little shoulder check to make sure no one's going to hit you up the rear. If we look at the visor mechanism itself, it's also one of the coolest that I've seen, with this different detent positioning points, but the actual removal of the visor. There's a little triangular slot on the side here, making it easy to slot out and to slot in if need be. You pop it out, quick and easy, push it back in, slide it back, and make sure it's back in its spot to close it all up again. If we move over to the ventilation of the helmet, you have two intakes, one at the front of the chin vent with two different positions open, and it also pops out and forwards as well to get as much airflow through the helmet as possible. You have this big old slide on the top here, really nice and easy to operate, not these little toggles that you might see on the other RPHA series of helmets. Like I said previously, it does have a drop down sun visor operated at the bottom here through a little slider, making it nice and easy and quick to operate as well. And if we move on to the interior of the helmet, you can see the opening looks quite tight, but that is very deceiving in its looks because it's really actually quite easy to get on and off your head. The reason for this tight seal around the neck is to stop any wind from getting underneath the helmet, causing lift, or to even reduce the wind noise that you might experience in a motorcycle helmet. The chin curtain is also removable, and my suggestion is, if it is hot outside, to take that out to allow a bit more air into the helmet so you don't get all muggy on the inside there. Just chuck some earplugs in for that wind noise. If we look at the double D-ring, it's a better secure system that I like seeing on all helmets rather than the micro ratchet system, albeit a little bit more of a faff to do up and undo. And if we look at the cheek pads as well supplied in this, it is moisture wicking as well as antimicrobial, so if you want to only do it once in a while in terms of cleaning the cheek pads, you can get away with that in this helmet. My suggestion is though, try and clean your cheek pads at least once a month. Will that happen? I don't know, but it's a good mantra to live by. If we look on the exterior of the helmet, it does come with an integrated comms unit that you can attach to this. So these little plates on the outside are removable and take the 21B as well as the 50B intercom system that HJC provide for this helmet. It is powered by Senna, so if you want something that is a little bit different, maybe you're on a different sort of producer or brand of comms unit, you can still attach them on the outside, whether to stick it or to actually kind of clip it in, as a seal does accommodate that. Before we go ahead and wrap up this video, let's talk about who this helmet is actually for. I feel like it caters for a variety of riders out there. Maybe not your motocross riders or your enduro riders, but hell, give it a go if you want to try that out. It's definitely good for adventure riders who like a little bit of off-roading, tourers, commuters, and even sport bike riders. Don't let the whole encompassing sport touring label put you off from getting something like this if you're on a faster bike. It's actually better for us who are kind of like the leisurely sort of riders on sportier bikes that go out the whole day. One, you don't have to constantly change out the visor. Two, the wind noise will be a hell of a lot less. And also the overall all-day comfort of the helmet would be better as well. It does have a few quirks that I've seen either from other people reviewing it or kind of just comments made on the RPHA 71, and it is allowing a little bit or the finite amount of water ingress in the exhaust port if you're in torrential rain. Now, don't let that put you off. In my experience with helmets that have a little bit of an open exhaust port, let's say, I've never had it to the point where it was uncomfortable. I felt water dripping down the back of my neck. And on those reviews, they've said that too with this helmet. It's only very finite. Don't let that put you off. And if you see those reviews, take it with a pinch of salt. When it comes to the paint finish, it is very well done. Now, it is one of the top up there, and HJC have done a lot of graphics for a lot of their different helmets and have done a stand-up job. It's one of their biggest points in their range, no matter what the helmet is with HJC. Now, this is a matte finish. I wouldn't opt for it personally if I'm someone that does go a little bit off-road, let's say, on a different bike, because pebbles and stuff can scratch up the matte. But they've thought of that too. So you can also get a gloss alternative, albeit a different color, as an option as well, just for the longevity of the helmet. Now, if you have had this helmet or are thinking about it, please leave a comment down below what you think about the HJC RPHA 71. And those that do own one already and have had it for a little while, let's say, please pop over to our website, leave a review so that we can, as the people at Infinity, have a better understanding of the RPHA 71, but also other potential people that are looking at getting the RPHA 71 too. It would be a big plus. Now, if you did like this video, give us a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, ride safe, and we'll see you in the next one.